Tony, it was go from the beginning out there tonight, wasn't it?
No doubt. Wanted to come out and be aggressive. These guys they earned the opportunity. We want to put together a good plan. Challenge the guys to come out and be confident. They'd earned the right to be here. They put in the work. They've been playing at a high level. And nothing should change. And so we just put together a plan. Felt like Virginia was going to come out and try and stop the run. So we knew we were going to have to take advantage of some of the soft coverage with the throws. Then we had our opportunities to go downfield. Guys continue to make plays. Starts up front with the offensive line. They set the tempo. Trevor continues to play at a high level. Travis, all those guys. So just proud of their effort today.
Does T. Higgins continue to amaze you?
The whole group, to be honest with you. First and foremost, an unbelievably unselfish group of young men that have just bought into to being their individual best. They all have a goal that we set at the beginning of the season. We want to be the best offense in the country, and definitely not there yet, but we're working towards it. And these guys understood that in order to do that, it's going to take a lot of sacrifice, especially when you're so talented across the board. But these guys just continue to work. They believe in each other, and they understand that in order for them to be the best, the man next to him has to be willing to be his best. So it's been a lot of fun being around these guys. And I learn every single day from these guys. And going back to T. Higgins, he just continues to play at a high level. Very, very capable of doing anything he wants to do on the field. He just has to go out there and perform, and he's been doing that.
A lot of 20-plus yard completions tonight, 3 over 50. Was that something you kind of thought that you were going to be able to get against this defense?
Well, we knew with their structure. It's kind of been a tale of 2 parts of the season for those guys. Early on, they had a lot more personnel in the secondary, so they were able to play some more 4-man front, play some nickel personnel, do some different things, different blitzes, different kinds of coverages. And then down the stretch, they lost a couple guys in the secondary, which forced them to play a little bit more 3-man front and play some outside linebackers and more of a heavy personnel, so to speak, with their outside linebackers. So, they did a good job early on of mixing it up. I think that probably within the first 15 plays, they had a different coverage every single snap. So you could tell they were going to try and confuse us. But we felt like if they were going to play soft, that we'd be able to take advantage of some of the quick throws early on, and then maybe get those guys caught flat-footed or make them drive on some of the short routes and give us some opportunities down the field.
5 ACC championships in a row. Can you put thoughts together about what that means? Nobody does this.
I tell you what, I have to confess that today was probably the first time that I took Coach Sweeney's advice and decided to smell the roses. Typically, I have a pregame routine that I listen to music. I have my own little set, but today I left the headphones in the locker room and just wanted to really take everything in. Really haven't done that over the previous 4 years, but how could I tell these guys to be confident and be who they are and then me not be confident? And so I changed it up a little bit, and it was good to just really take in all the sights and the sounds. And these guys have said all year long that they want to do something that will echo in eternity, and I believe they're the first team in college football history to win 5 conference championships. That's really, really happy for our fan base, really happy for our administration, all of our support staff, all of our players, because this is something that can never be taken away. This is going to go down in the record books, and just I'm very, very grateful to have a small part in that.
Numbers-wise, it's one of the best of T's career, but just as far as getting open, his route running, catching all the balls thrown to him, and the tough catches as well, is this about as good as he's played?
Right, he made some really good contested plays, and that's what he's capable of, and the thing is doing it consistently, and that's what's been awesome to watch, just how consistent he's been over the last several weeks of going up and making those contested plays, and also making the routine play, not taking that for granted. That just tells you that he's at a high level of concentration, and he's focused, and he's executing his plan.
Can you walk us through the first time you ever heard the name T. Higgins? The first time you ever met him?
Jeff would always talk about, this guy up there in Tennessee, T. Higgins, and he drew comparisons to the greats that had come through, the Sammys and the Nukes, and one of the tough things is during camp when a lot of these guys come in to be evaluated and to show off their skills. I get stuck outside with the running backs, and they don't ever send me the top-notch quarterbacks. I kind of got all the other guys, and we live in our own world. But just the way that they came out and talked about him after that, and I knew he was something special. And when I finally had a chance to see him when he showed up, I knew that he had the skill to be as good as he wanted to be. And what I really, really appreciate about T is just his humility, the way he continues to work. And I'm just so happy for him that he's accomplishing and receiving all the blessings that he's getting right now.
Tony, going back to smelling the roses, I'm not saying that you're taking a job this year, but part of it is it understanding that maybe this group won't be around forever.
Right. I'd say that I really don't like this time of year because it forces, my name to come up, which is unfair to these players. I understand that why it's happening, but the reason it's happening is because of all those guys in that locker room. But I turned 40 this year. Had a tough year with CJ and Tyshawn. That's really changed my perspective about a lot of things. I got 2 little boys that are growing up so fast, and so it has nothing to do with my future as much as, man, time is going by really fast, and this could be the last couple of times that I get to step on the field with Travis, and just to think that I can remember when he showed up here a couple of years ago, just just a little guy, and now he's done unbelievable things, and so I just wanted to take some time to really enjoy that. There's going to be a time and a place for my future. I truly believe that, but today was more about me just really appreciating being with these guys and really cherishing the accomplishments that they have had.
I don't want to harp on the job thing, but there was one Dallas beat reporter out there that linked you with, there was interest with the Cowboy. I mean, that had to be at least make you wake up and go, okay, you hear SEC teams, ACC teams, Dallas Cowboys is a different level.
Do you believe
I don't know what to believe, Tony.
The Dallas Cowboys. I mean, that's flattering. That's really flattering. But the Dallas Cowboys, I think that'd probably be a little bit too much for me to bite off. More than I can handle, especially not having any experience. But again, it's flattering. But it's a testament to not myself. It's a testament to the offensive staff and Coach Sweeney, to the players that even allow my name to be in those conversations. And again, I don't know how I got out there. I think sometimes people just want to reach and grab for some things, but it is flattering.
Thank you, Tony.